Alright, what's going on, y'all? Southern Cycles here. And yeah, so we did a thing. This is our new 2010 Harley Davidson RoadKing. Got some motor work and tuning we're going to be doing to this one, and maybe even another paint job. Don't know yet. So just making this video, introduce it to y'all, tell me y'all's thoughts, give me some ideas. I know there's going to be a few comments, why don't you just keep it stock? That's not what I do here. So yeah, let me know what y'all think, and let's go ahead and get on the road. Alright y'all, so this is the RoadKing. You know, it's not a bad bike at all. It's not. You know, what we gave for it, it's pretty good. We got a few things that we gotta, fix up on it. Little projects we got to get squared away, but other than that, I mean, it's a strong, solid running bike. The low mileage has 24,290 on it. So it's still, I mean, it has a lot of life left in this bike. Handles smooth, runs like a dream. Whenever we went and picked this bike up, it had one imperfection on it, and it was funny getting it back. I wish I would have had the camera with me that day. The shift arm on the rear spline behind the primary was stripped, so it kept popping off on me. We had to pull over a few times and jam it back on there, and I got it home. Luckily, it was an hour and a half ride, but right on the last leg, I got stuck in 6th gear, and I had to go through a small town, and I couldn't slow down too much, or well, whenever I did, it didn't like it. So we had to ride through there in 6th gear. I eventually found a place to pull over and got that arm back on and finished out the ride. But other than that, it's giving me no issues. Coming up, we're going to go ahead and just put a new clutch pack in it, just to be on the safe side. Have that already done, and gives me peace of mind knowing that it's done. And then we got to put a fuel tuner on the bike as well. They have the previous owner, he put a Arlen Ness air intake on it, and he has Reinhardts that are gutted, so the air fuel mixture is all jacked up. So we definitely need to put a fuel tuner on this bike, and we're actually going to have it dyno tuned by the local Harley Davidson, so that video will be coming up pretty soon. So I'm excited about that one. But yeah, I just want to, give a little bit of backstory on this bike and just go over a few things about it and things that we got coming up, and just bring y'all along for the ride today. And it's not going to be a major ride. It's kind of a little chilly out here, but that's the great thing about being in Texas is our riding season is pretty much year round. We got a few cold days that it gets real chilly, but even then, we still go riding. Come on, make your turn. Thank you. This bike is a fly-by-wire, so it's has the electronic throttle on it. The bike has cruise control. That's one of my biggest features that I like and want it in a bike with cruise control. It really helps out on those long rides, being able to, like right now. Let me just go and set that. Being able to take my hand off the throttle, and the bike just keeps on going. I mean, I can sit here and take 2 hands off the throttle and keep on going, but it's one of those things that you don't really understand how nice it is to have until you have it. Especially on them long rides, and you have them older bikes that you just have to sit there and, you got the thumb lock, but the thumb lock works to an extent, but I mean, it doesn't really regulate your throttle whenever you're going up a hill, going down a hill. It locks your throttle in the spot, so your speeds and RPMs are all over the place. But yeah, just another thing we got coming up with this is we're going to try to find a matching rear wheel. A lot of people say, well, it's behind the bags, you can't see it. Well, that's half-assed doing something. And around here, we don't just do it halfway, we do it all the way. So we're going to go ahead and find the matching back wheel, get that matching. But I want to know y'all's thoughts on like parts. What brand parts do y'all use, and what would y'all recommend? I think I'm gonna go with the Dynajet for the fuel pack on this, and I think we're also going to do an exhaust change eventually. I think we're going to do the Bassani Superbike pipe, the 2-in-1. I've heard really good things, and I love the sound of those. I do. So I think between the Bassani Superbike pipe, a good tune, and the high flow air intake, this bike will be a good little runner. No, the RoadKing is such an amazing bike. In my personal opinion, I think it's one of the best bikes that Harley's ever made. It's the base platform for the Street Glide, the Road Glide. I mean, everything is built off this frame. It's just a stripped down touring model bike, and you can do whatever you want to these bikes. If I want to, I can put a Road Glide fairing on here or a Street Glide fairing and do swap out the tank or do all this other. I don't even really have to do that. I could just put the fairing on here and plug the holes on the fairing. There's a lot of things you can do with the RoadKing. You can cholo them, you can just leave them stock, or you can. The RoadKing has so many possibilities out there, and that's why I think it's one of the best bikes that Harley's made, because it opens up the platter for you to be able to build the bike however you want to build it. And that's why it's one of my favorite bikes, because I love building bikes. It's one of my favorite things to do. Be able to just express yourself and put all those thoughts and ideas, make them come for you, and it just makes it stand out, makes it one of a kind. And that's why I love doing it. And that's why I've had so many bikes, because okay, I'll do one, and then alright, cool, yeah, I love it, awesome, great, but now I want to do another one. I have just so many ideas that are out there, and so many things you can do, and that's why I always choose a RoadKing, because it just gives you that blank canvas to work with. Another thing about the RoadKing is I mean, they handle phenomenal. I mean, I've seen people take their bikes on tracks and stuff and they'll sit there and carve up just like a sports bike would, like a GXSR or a Hayabusa or a Yamaha R1. I mean, they just handle very well. I mean, they're great running bikes. Alright, that's going to do it for this one, y'all. I just want to make a quick little video going over my RoadKing and why I like the RoadKing so much, and I'm excited about this one, and I hope y'all are too, and just let me know y'all's ideas. Alright, y'all, thank y'all for watching, and remember, keep the rubber side down.